I'm not. Just kidding. It's Leo season.
And you're like, I'm ready to go. My birthday is in 2 weeks or one?
2
weeks.
2 weeks. I'm so excited.
It's going to be so fun.
Girl, welcome back to Tack It On, where we drink wine.
And dish down.
It was even stupider when it came out.
No, I love it.
We just came up with that 40 seconds ago.
I feel like maybe for the next few weeks we should try a few.
Okay.
And maybe people can vote. We'll post on our Twitter.
Oh, I forgot we have one of those,
Yeah,
huh?
I know. Our poor Twitter. Girl.
Our socials just... we didn't even do a dump this week. Like
The socials? No, I texted Tina and I was like, girl, your episode, like all the content from your episode is doing so amazing. And then she texted me back 2 minutes later.
She was like, no TikToks for my...
Yeah, she's like, what content?
She was like, no TikToks for my episode period.
Yeah, literally. And I was like, I'm sorry, girl.
You guys, it's just a lot because of the fact that, like, now I work in socials, and then when I'm, like, I get home, I'm just like, I don't want to, but it's now my responsibility.
Right.
So I'll be good with it this week.
Yeah, because I'm editing the pod now, so.
Yeah.
But we can both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about.
We do.
It's been 2 weeks.
I'm happy to be with you.
Oh, that's so sweet, pretty boy.
Oh.
That's so sweet. Oh, Dad used to do that. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, yeah. It's been great. How are you feeling?
Too many emotions to put into words.
Okay.
But that's the point of Tack It On.
On.
We're going to talk it out and tack it on. What have you been up to?
I've been doing great.
Yeah.
So this past weekend, I wasn't going to go out because I was like, oh, I'm just going to take like a little breather. And I did for like Friday and Sunday. So I was like, I'm going to give myself one day. Like Friday, I'm going to be chill. I watched a movie. Oh, I watched Babes. Did you ever see Babes?
I never got to see it in theaters, no.
It was good.
Was it good?
Yeah, I was like laughing, and then I was laughing. I actually I teared up. A tear trickled down my cheek.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was really good. And then
in my eyes, I feel like you don't like utilize Letterboxd enough.
I don't.
I never know when you're watching shit.
I don't, and I have thought about it, but I'm like, I feel too late. Like I feel like it's too late for me to begin.
I get that. But you should hop on.
Okay.
I would love to see your reviews.
Okay, yeah.
But the thing about it is, like, I'm gonna be no tea. You give every fucking movie a 5.
I do not.
4.5.
Yeah, I do give it.
I'm like,
I do.
Girl, this isn't a rating.
I do give
You're
them.
Just like, I love it.
I just love I love a movie. Like,
we're actually gonna go to a movie after this. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to see this one that we're gonna go see for a while. But a lot's been happening for me.
Okay, well, let's start.
Girl, this list is long, huh?
I know, I'm excited. Well, because it's been 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So I walked New York.
Oh.
Last week.
Okay.
I walked from the top. It's called... I saw it on TikTok. It's called the New York Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people actually call it that, but, like, that's what me and, like, my friends have been called. Like, we'll be like, oh, should we do the New York Challenge? Should we do the New York Challenge? And we always put it off. We were always just like, I don't want to do it, whatever. And then, like, last Sunday, Sierra and I literally had nothing to do.
Uh-huh.
And so we were like, should we do the New York Challenge? And then we were like, yeah. And we started at noon. Mm-hmm. Horrible decision. I wish, well, it wasn't horrible. I wish we just would have started at, like, 10.
Yeah.
Because it is 6 hours. It's 5.
What is the New York Challenge?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's walking from 215th, which is the top of New York, before it reaches, like, upstate New York, essentially. But it's 215th all the way down to Battery Park. So if you're not familiar with New York, that's, like, 14 miles, and it's literally from the very tippy top to the very top bottom.
Damn. Tippy top to the top bottom.
And top bottom is like the perfect 3-way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, top bottom. Because then the bottom just like gets their life.
They just like get their tea.
And the tops get their tea too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like tops love to like share their like.
Well, I feel like it's like, what is that thing called? An Eiffel Tower?
An Eiffel. And that is top bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, so you walk from the very top of New York to the very top bottom, and it was so much fun. It was really long.
Yeah.
And I was fearful that we were like gonna run out of shit to talk about, to be honest.
Really?
Like, Girl, you put two talkative bitches, though, on a walk,
I was gonna
and
say.
they'll have some shit to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, we talked the entire way. You literally would be like, what are you guys even talking about this? We talked about everything.
I'm
like,
sure.
We were like, so, like, let's just, like, it was like, it was 215th we started. We were just, like, chatting, da-da-da. She was like, so, like, what's up? I was like, da-da-da-da-da. And then by the time we got to, like...
42nd.
No, it was, like, before then. It was 205th. So, 10 blocks. She was like, so should we talk about, like, our demons? And then the entire way we just talked about, like, every single one of our, like, demons in our life that we just feel like it's, like, something that we have to overcome. And it was very therapeutic.
Girl, that's why it's a New York challenge, because you really have to unpack some
and
shit.
I said it would be an amazing, like, I think in my eyes it would be an amazing, like, third date with somebody.
Yeah.
Like, if you're, like, really fucking with them and you're like...
Let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business. Honestly, wait. That's something I should have done this week, because we'll get into that.
Oh,
but that would have been amazing.
That would have been good.
But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, that was like at the top of my list. We did the New York challenge. The night before, I also almost burnt down my entire apartment.
Really?
Yeah, it was really bad. I like went out on Saturday, last Saturday, not when you were in drag, but the weekend before that. I went out with you. It was Mira Caulfield's birthday party.
Yes.
And we went out. And then I came home. I put pasta on. Pasta on Sunday.
Yeah, pasta on Sundays.
And
it really was, because it was like 1 a.m. So
no, like literally, it was pasta on Sunday.
And it wound up being burned.
And I fell asleep, and it caused a fire.
Javaughn.
It was really bad.
An actual fire? How did you know it was a fire? Because the alarms?
No, the alarms didn't go off, but Matt was like, Javaughn, you... And I woke up and the entire house smelled like smoke. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, the pasta. And it was so bad. And it was just sitting on the stove, like burnt, black as an Oreo. I was trying to find a little... Also, can you tell me the... Sorry, continue. That's on my list too.
No, yeah, but... I wasn't continuing. You get to continue.
Is it the word euthanism? What does that mean?
Euthanizing is like killing someone. Like, girl, can you just euthanize me? Like, when a dog is like about to die, you euthanize it to like put it out of its misery. Is that what you were hoping?
No.
What were you trying to use?
Like an analogy?
A euphemism. Because in my head, that's something you would say. Girl, I almost burnt the house down. Someone fucking euthanized me. Like, girl.
No, yeah.
A euphemism.
Euphemism.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. But literally, as I was sitting with Matt earlier, and I was like, it's just like, I said this certain, like, euphemism, and he was like, I was like, and then I was like, I'm going to have to put that in the back of my head. Like, I need to research that.
Because you didn't know what you were
Euphemism.
Youth. Yeah.
Girl, you fit up and you fit down.
You fit up, you fit down.
But anyways,
and realize.
yes, it was like the burnt pasta on Sundays was like a burnt little Oreo.
Did you take a pic?
That was my euphemism. No.
You're just too stressed.
I was too stressed. I can't even put it in the dump, but...
Damn.
I know.
That's really scary. Something about y'all's stove has really had
Well, it's me, right? Because I've almost burnt down this house 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the gas leak, was that you as well?
Yes.
Okay. Girl, your roommates are just going to bed like, will I wake up?
No, literally when the firefighters had to come, that was so bad.
That was bad.
That was really bad.
But you guys were fine. Everything's fine.
I mean, everything always ends up being okay. I just
Maybe 4th time's a charm. Maybe you learned your lesson.
I know. I just forget some things.
Fire in the kitchen.
What have you been up to?
Okay, so I actually had the most amazing experience on Saturday.
Okay.
First it was amazing because I was in drag on Saturday, and
photo in the dump.
Like, selfishly, I do want to put a photo in the dump because I felt so pretty, and like, I don't know, it just felt right. And I had been meaning to get glammed for a while, but I was like, oh, I just got this goatee. Like, my mustache took so long to grow out, so I didn't want to like just shave it off or anything. But then it got to a point where I was like, okay, girl, like, I need to actually feel pissed. Like, I need to do it. So I got in drag. And we were supposed to film, but we just didn't end up filming because it was like it would have been too much. Like we had a busy night planned. Yeah. So then I went out with my friend Henry. Henry, we love you.
Hi.
And and then
that's like if you walk through the door, that's what I would say. I'd say, hi.
I'd be like, oh my God, Henjamin.
I probably would say Henjamin as well.
Yeah. But when I was with him, so like before I met up with him, I was on TikTok live, and I used to have this boyfriend in 8th grade who was like, I dated him for like probably a month and a half, but we like talked consistently for like months and months and months. And then we've always just like kept in touch, like swipe up on each other's stories, like low key, nothing crazy. And he's always like been in another relationship, so it never has like been anything, you know. But he commented on my TikTok live, and he was like, "What are you doing tonight, Diva?" And I was like, "Stop," because he lives here now.
Yeah.
So I texted him, and we like figured it out, and we literally linked up after all of these years. And that's what's so crazy about living in New York, is because all these people you never think you would, like, I swear everyone just like ends up here.
I don't know why. It's just like a melting pot.
It is.
Sorry, a little burp.
No, you're good.
Also, nobody look at my fucking plant. It's dying. And I really don't want to talk about it, okay?
Yeah, maybe leave like a prayer in the comments or something. Do you think she could be revived?
No. I've been dealing with my own shit. Somebody had to get fucking left in the dust.
Like, yeah, I'm like, if it's gotta be you, hey.
I'm so sorry, girl.
You've had her for a while, too.
I know. But anyways, I'm so
Poor
sorry.
girl. No, you're good. But, I met up with him. It was so cute. I met his friends. Like, he was vibing with us all night. And then it was just, like, so wholesome. Like, finally putting a face to the person and, like, seeing them IRL. Yeah. And also, I felt so pretty that night. So I was like, oh, my gosh, yes. I'm so glad I'm, like, meeting a new person right now. But it was great. It was really great. And so I think we might hang out again this weekend. It's, like, fun to make new friends.
Yeah, I don't think I've, like, made one in a minute. Maybe I'm lying. Well, I don't know.
Maybe at your job.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, coworkers. Like, I love all of them. But, like, when you know, like, Instagram oomph that you, like,
right.
You link up with and you're like, oh, we're finally meeting. Like, I haven't done one of those in a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of nerve-wracking, but it always ends up being so fun. I feel like if you've been oomphs for that many years.
I think Henry was probably my last oomph that I...
And that ended flawlessly.
Yeah.
Like, he's
I love
great.
Him.
Yeah.
I love him. 2 shout-outs in one episode.
I know. This is the one about Henry.
I know. It's just called Henry.
Henry
Parenti. Oh, should I, like, not say his full name? I don't know.
No, girl.
I don't know how that
public
works. He's public on IG. I haven't seen him in forever. But anyways... Girl, my next one is walking uphill in your neighborhood. Bruh. Girl. Bruh. So, okay. Let me paint you guys a picture. So, I went out to drinks last week on, like, it was like a Wednesday. It was like a weekday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I ended up being at it was like by his house. The place that I was getting drinks at was by your house. And so it was like... Yeah. So it was like 1 a.m. and I was like, okay, well, I obviously can't go home because it's going to take me like 2 hours and like I'm going to get home at like 3 a.m. I was like, I'm just going to hit up my little girl, Drewski. Drewski.
And luckily I was awake.
Luckily he was awake and he was like, oh my God, yes, like that's not a problem. Like, come on over, girl. But I'm going to bed like really soon. So you got to like, come on. And I was like, okay. We need to leave expeditiously because I have to go to Drew's.
Yeah.
So I go to Drew's house. We, like, don't even talk. He, like, lets me and he's like, good night, girl. I was like, love you, girl.
It really was. Normally we would dish.
Yeah.
But it was just
like,
kind of
it was just like, no questions. It was just like, good night, love you.
I was like, here's a charger.
Yeah. So then I, like, sleep on the couch and then I wake up and I had to wake up at, like, 6 a.m. because I had to be back at my apartment before I went to work because I had to like get rechanged, whatever. And I was like, I woke up and I like walk uphill in Drew's neighborhood. Girl, you would think it's fucking San Francisco. And maybe I'm a bit dramatic. It's like this.
No.
It's like this. I
'Cause
literally
you took the 3.
Yes.
Yeah, girl.
I literally was like, I was walking uphill and I was like, I literally stopped at one point and I was like, like, I wouldn't feel, like, I, like, go to the gym, like, I don't even feel like I'm, like, out of shape, but, like,
it is like that.
It's like this. And I literally was like, then I wrote it on the tack and on notes list. I was like, girl, we have to talk about this because that was my tack of the week.
No, for real.
It was like a fucking journey. And then I get to fucking Livonia, which has been mentioned a few times in this thing. In this podcast.
Yeah.
Livonia is like a connecting station that I have to, in order to go to Drew's, you guys, if you're not from New York, I have to take the 3, then I connect, and I have to get on the L, which then takes me back to my house.
Yeah.
But Livonia is the station
where you
that
connect.
we have to connect. And to go to each other's house, vice versa, we have to connect through Livonia.
Yeah.
I get to Livonia, 6 a.m. I'm like, okay, bro. I'm like, finally here. Somebody jumps in the track, period.
Somebody jumps on the fucking track.
Tracks. And I literally, like, look at them on the tracks and I was like, this can't be happening to me right now. Boom, hit.
You saw them get
No,
hit?
I didn't see them. So then we're delayed. Because the thing is that they jumped on the tracks and they walked down. And I was like, what is this person doing? Like, why did they just jump in the tracks and they're like walking the opposite direction? So like nobody saw it. But then they were like, they come on the intercom and they're like, somebody just like, due to there will be delays.
Yep.
And I was like,
Yep.
oh my gosh, that person just got hit by the train.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, and like I hate to be like
but it is really
it's like,
annoying.
It's like I feel sad for them, but I'm just like, why as like your last, I don't know, I can't really actually get into it. That like I can't but it's just, it's so
and why in the morning?
it's just it's sad. So it is so sad, but I'm like, I don't know, I think about it in a way where I'm just like, why would you want to like affect like not thousands, like millions of people as like your last act? Like, wouldn't you want it to just be like peaceful and just like gentle and like,
well, now that I think about it, I do think that part of the reason, and this just came to me, is like I think people who are in that situation where they are sick of their lives and they want to like end it is like they don't have like the attention that they need,
right?
And so like to do something like that to make it like more of a spectacle, I guess, is like, okay, maybe people do care about me if I'm doing this whole thing.
And I've thought about that, like even as I was saying it, I was like, well, yeah,
but it's like girl,
I was just like, oh gosh, this is gonna take hours because it doesn't just like, you guys have to, like, I don't want to be too graphic, but like, it's a body, like it takes hours
to clean and
right. Luckily, it took 45 minute delay, but I was just like sitting there and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is like so sad, and like at 6 a.m. too. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
no, that hill is egregious.
Yeah. Egregious. I don't know that one.
I don't know if
you
I
would
do
think
either.
My vocabulary is like at the level of a fucking 2-year-old.
No, you are very eloquent, girl.
You guys, I wanted to be a writer.
And you are. I think you know how to write. I think sometimes you're just like, we don't need to be doing all of that in person.
Well, yeah, we don't. Because like when I'm writing, I'll literally go to Google and be like, synonym for love. And then I'm like, which one sounds current? Okay, let's throw it in.
And I've seen your mock-ups, like your writings, like, girl, it's you and ChatGPT really turn it out.
Oh, we link up. Like, that is my like longest standing boyfriend relationship.
Shout out ChatGPT.
Do you want to talk about something?
Yes, I had a couple questions for you because I feel like both.
I've gotten that question a few times this week.
I know. Mine's good. Because I feel like you and I are very similar, and I feel like we're part of a dying breed.
Okay.
But, like, I think I probably post one song a day on my Instagram story. Like, I like to post a song, and you tend to post lyrics or like a song at least 2 or 3 times a week on your story.
This is true.
You do, you know? But my question for you is like, if someone else posts a song.
Yes. This is a great question.
Do you listen? Like, because I know when I send you a song, you don't. But when you... You're like, shut the fuck up. But, like, if you're on IG...
Okay.
Do you click play on Spotify?
So, okay. Sometimes.
Okay.
And it depends on the person.
Yeah.
And there's this person that I follow on Instagram. His handle is liability. Li444.
Yeah.
I listen to, his name is Zach. I listen to every single song that he posts on his story. And he is part of our breed in the sense that he posts a song maybe every day.
Yeah.
Or like every other day. And I just really respect his music taste. And like every single song that I listen to, I feel like I'm like discovering a new song. So each time he posts something, I'm like, ooh, listening. I'll also listen if somebody like posts a playlist and it's like really personal to them.
Yeah.
I'll like go on Spotify and like look through it and like look through their music taste and whatnot. I have a friend named Jacinta. She's also
someone that you...
It's just like if I like see the stuff that you're posting and I'm like, oh, I love that artist too. And then it's like a new track that I haven't seen. I'm like, wait, like, let's go.
Let me see why you're gagging.
But I don't expect people to listen to the songs that I post. Right. Only because, and that's why I started making them pretty. Like in the way, like I don't just like post them from Spotify, like link it to Spotify. Like I'm like, I might as well like make this pretty because people are honestly just tapping by it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's more so just like for me and like, I don't know, sometimes to like get people's attention.
Right. right.
But yeah.
And I think that's real. I think there's times where I do post a song for like one specific person or like, like because I'm in a sad vibe or like I want like, you know, but then other times I'm just like, oh my God, this song is so good. Like I want everyone to know. And then I'm like, I don't even think I really click on people's songs all that much. Yeah. Unless it's the person I would want to listen to.
Exactly. Like even this week, I kind of came to terms with the fact, and we'll dive into this because I don't care. Like we can. Yeah. But I kind of like learned this week that like, honestly, like people do post shit for other people, whether it's a friend or whether it's for, and it's embarrassing. Like I have on my list like embarrassment, like posting on your story to grab somebody's attention is inherently embarrassing. But at the end of the day, it's like we all do it. Yeah. Even if you're posting a thirst trap, you're asking for some level of attention. That's tea. So like I've just like honestly come to terms with the fact that like if I am posting something for somebody's attention, it's like, girl, we all do it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I just have been trying to like make peace with that and like
that is kind of tea, girl.
Just like, you know what I mean? Because this week I was like, I felt a lot of embarrassment this week. Yeah. I feel and like I was just like, girl, I don't care anymore. Like it's just like the judgment is exhausting. Like you can only like care so much until you just like don't like you know? Yeah. Like we're all learning to live all at the same time.
And in this day and age, that learning to live is being broadcasted.
Yeah. And it's like about being vulnerable on social media, to be honest.
That's tea, girl.
And it's all fine. It's like literally like, again, we're all learning how to do this shit at the same time for the first time. There's no rule book. There's no guidelines. Yeah. It's like, and that's not about just posting. It's like on a much
greater scale.
But,
that's beautiful.
Thanks so much. I also learned this week. I learned a lot this week, truly. What? I've learned so much about myself, about others. Like, I learned that I tend to interrupt people when they speak. Who would have known? I'm just kidding. Girl, this was brought to my attention by somebody near and dear to me. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't shocked. Okay, I want to preface that. I wasn't shocked. But I was like, oh my God. Like, no, oh my God, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, I think nobody has said that to you before. Like, straight up. Like,
yeah.
You know, and that can be, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like when you learn it for the first time and you're like, damn, wait, I actually really do that. And so then I like started to really analyze myself in every relationship or every conversation I was having. Mm-hmm. And I would be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? And I would like catch myself and be like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Or I interrupted you. Please continue. Like, yeah. I'm like, and I think it was like maybe, because I'm turning 26 in 2 weeks. I think it was like the last little lesson that I needed to learn about myself before I leave 25. Yeah. Because 25 is like all about like your frontal lobe and like coming into terms with yourself. It was really the last thing I needed to like learn about like who I am and what I do, and like either accepting it or like changing it.
Yeah. Because I think there's a lot of things that people can comment on about you. Everyone's always going to have some opinion about who you are as a person and stuff. Yeah. But it's like your job to then navigate like, oh, is that something that I feel like I could work on or change? Or is that something that, okay, well, that's your experience with me.
Right.
And you can have that experience and it's valid, but I don't need to change who I am. Because there are some times where people do bring stuff to your attention where you're like, well, that's fierce, but you're also speaking from an experience that you've had and you're maybe projecting a little bit.
But, interrupting you, then I brought it to my friends and I was like, oh, I think I was like, I was told this, and like, do you guys like think it's real? And everybody like looks at each other and they're like, yeah, that one is. They were like, actually really just like do that all the time. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I hope that, I mean, when we had the conversation about it, I think I was really trying to reiterate that I don't think you ever interrupt anybody because you're trying to be malicious or you're trying to like, I don't give a fuck about you. Right. It's really like, I think you get excited. I think you don't want to forget what you were about to say. Like, you're trying to add to a conversation, but unfortunately that can read sometimes as like, girl, shut up. What I'm going to say is like way better.
Yeah.
You know? So
I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm
proud of you.
Thanks. I also feel like, oh my God, I saw a raccoon.
Oh.
That was crazy.
Girl, tell us about this raccoon because this is so scary.
So I went on a walk. You guys know me and my fucking little walks. I like went on a walk at like 3 a.m. I like couldn't sleep. And I'm like on this walk and I see this like cat. I thought it was a cat cross the street. And okay, can you hold this?
Yeah.
I have to give a visual. So I'm on the left side of the street, right? The raccoon is walking from the right side of the street to the left. And I think it's a cat. And it has a rat in its mouth. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Like Bon Appetit.
That cat has like a rat in its mouth. And from my perspective, because it was walking across the street towards me, I was like, oh my God, it's going to think I'm its owner. Sorry, I can take this back now. It's going to think like I'm its owner and it's going to like drop it at my feet. Like, look at what I got you. Yeah. And so I was like, ugh. And so I like kind of go all the way to the left of like the sidewalk. Because I was like, oh, I don't want this cat to come over to me.
Yeah.
And then I see it's a raccoon. And then, you guys, I'm going to put a photo of a raccoon in the down. I see it's a raccoon. And then I see another one. And I'm like, oh my God, there's two raccoons. Like a family. Yes. And then it like gets really close to me. And I got so scared. And it hissed. I don't even know what sounds. I never knew what sounds raccoons made. I was like, I'm on my walk in my city. Why the fuck are you hissing at me? It was like, I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh my fucking God, it has rabies. Like,
yes, and it does.
Yes, I had like the worst anxiety, but then it just walked by me and I was like, oh, here, thank you.
Girl, raccoons are feral. Like, no. They either that's the thing. If you're a raccoon, like, you should be in the trash. Like, like, go eat your rat. Like, you already have your food for the night. Like,
I didn't even know though that raccoons were local to Brooklyn.
Me either.
To Bushwick.
I have never seen a raccoon here.
Listen.
Rats now? Trust. Girl, it is fucking ratatouille in my trash bins. Like, I genuinely hear them squeaking as I go to throw something away.
That's so crazy to
But,
me.
like, a raccoon...
A raccoon is like, oh my god, if we're starting to deal with fucking raccoons, I need to move out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because then it's going to be possums.
Oh,
then it's going to be, like, girl, a ferret. Like, there's going to be some crazy rodentry that's going on in the city.
I'm like, things are going a little too crazy.
Yeah, new. I want to do a shout out.
Oh, shout out. Who are we shouting out?
I want to do a shout out to you because, well, for two reasons. But, like, the first one is, like, fierce. You looked so pretty in your bubble campaign. And I am so proud of you. It literally was, and I wish that we could have, like, seen it, like, out.
Should we include it in the dump?
Yeah. It was something so serious. Like, I was feeling so proud in that moment because I'm like, it just was right. Like, you were so right to do that.
Do you know that I actually forgot about it until you literally just said something?
Yes.
I think my mind has been elsewhere and, like, learning things about my, like, I don't know.
You modeled, girl.
Wow, that's so sweet. Thank you so much.
Of course.
That's like, wow.
It was incredible, you guys. Like, literally, like, obviously Javaughn could be a model, like, duh. But it's, when you see it, it's like, it just makes sense. Like, there's no deer in the headlights bullshit. Like, it really is, like, you are a model. Like, and you were holding the it just was like, I was like, wow. Like, that is so fierce that you didn't get to put that in your portfolio. Like, that is something you really should pursue because it was incredible. It was so cool. I was so proud of you.
Well, okay, I have some tea on that. I feel like everybody always tells me I'm photogenic, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm always just like, okay, like, thank you. Like, honestly, I just, like, I think I, like, know my angles. I don't know. Like, everybody knows their own face.
Of course.
But, like, yeah, I remember on set that day, like, the director, I, like, did, like, 3 shots, and she was like, he got it. And I was like, oh my god, wait, did I really? I was like,
you did.
And yeah, seeing it, I was like, oh my god, that's so cute.
I want you to do more of that stuff. Like,
I think, yeah, I'm down. I've never really, like, I don't know. It's one of those situations where you're like, I'm not a model. Like, other people are models and they're, like, amazing at it. Like, I just know my face for me. Like, truly. And, like, that's what I, like, kind of, like, bubble it down to be. But, thank you. That's genuinely so sweet.
We're going to put it in the dump. You guys are going to gag. It
next
was really
to the raccoon.
Next to, yeah, girl. This dump is going to be, like, professional fucking disgusting. Like, professional.
Yeah. What else happened this week? I had dinner with my ex.
Yes.
Yeah. And it went good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a good time?
Well, yeah. I feel like any situation like that is going to be like a roller coaster of emotions. You know what I mean? But yeah. I love that we're on a better basis. Like, I hate, like, the idea of, like, having enemies or, like, people in this world that, like, think the worst of me or situations like that. So, like, it was nice to, like, I don't know, come together and just focus on, like, kindness and, like, cuteness and, like,
reminiscing
and just, like, being sweet with each other, you know? I feel like that's just, like, again, something I'm just, like, trying to learn. It's just, like, about being on better terms with people in any capacity. Like, it's just good to just be, like, I don't know, I don't want to look back at my life and it's, like, resentment on one person or...
Yeah.
And it also is just, like, it's nice to just go to somebody and talk about something that you've been thinking about for so long and get out of your own head and be like, oh, like, this is how I've been feeling, or, like, this is, like, how have you been feeling? And they're like, I've been feeling the same way. And you're like, oh my god, okay, so I'm not crazy, you know what I mean? And then you guys can, like, I don't know, if anybody's listening, like, if they've been through this or whatever, like, I would recommend it because it allows you to just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like, you know, love you. I'm always going to have love for you in my little heart. And
then there's nothing left unsaid. Like,
right. And like, it's just like, it's so annoying to just like harp on what could have been and what could be. Like, and what is this person thinking? I wonder what they're thinking. And then like, it's just better to just be like, hey, do you want to grab drinks?
Yeah.
In Prospect Park.
And just chat.
At 1 a.m.
Oh, work in Prospect?
Yeah. Is that where you live?
Well, I live like around there, but I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I thought y'all went to like a place.
Well, we did go to a place.
Oh.
I always call that area Prospect Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it allowed me to really just find a lot of like
I'm happy
solace
that you did
in
that.
my vibe and like yeah, I'm feeling good. Honestly, I was like really like depressed for so long because I couldn't like talk to the person I wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like.
And your friends can only say so much. Like,
exactly.
We have our own understanding of like how a relationship plays out, but you were there, like
exactly,
and you felt the feelings, and so did he. So it's like, oh, you guys can actually talk about the feelings that you felt rather than other people.
So
being like,
cool, actually. Like I don't know, like talking to somebody that you haven't talked to in a minute is like
it's so cool.
It's like nothing. You kind of did it this week with like your little 8th grade boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's like nothing changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we still like say the same things, act the same way. Like, of course we like are in different places or we're doing different stuff or whatever. But I don't know. I genuinely enjoyed it. It was great. But
I'm glad you did that.
Me too.
Oh my god, me doing another shout out for you.
Oh my god, I'm really like not the best like that. Like I'm just like I'm like it's Leo season though.
I don't know, you guys. I just think that because like you have been on this like emotional journey, and so I just like I want this to be like reminders for Javaughn moment, kind of like.
No, I really am like feeling better.
Yeah, no,
genuinely,
you are.
It really like that was like the final thing that needed to happen. I feel like I'm so good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I see that as well.
Thank you.
But, girl, I was looking through my camera roll the other day, and, like, I realized I don't take a lot of, like, pictures. Like, I take pictures of, like, I take a lot of screenshots, like, or, like, I'll save a reaction video, or, like, you know what I mean? But, like, I was looking through my camera roll, and I was like, the amount of videos and photos I have of you, like, cooking for me is crazy. And I was thinking, and I'm like, you really like feed me a lot. Like you really cook for me and feed me so often. And like, I don't eat a lot of food, and it's not like a whole thing. Like it's not like an ED vibe, but it's just like, I really appreciate like that. Like I feel like that is kind of your love language in a lot of like acts of service, like things like that.
Yeah.
And so I just like thank you, because I was looking back and like these are some recipes, bitch. Like it's not like, I mean tonight we had chicken nuggets, but still it's like
we had chicken nuggets and chips and wine.
Yeah. But like a lot of the times, girl, you are really up in there, like chopping things and seasoning things and and so I just had to pay my dues. Like, you guys don't know, like, I wouldn't be, like, fed without this human being. Like, thank you for doing that.
Well, acts of service is my number one love language.
Yeah.
I, like, love when people do things for me or I do things for them and vice versa. Like, I don't know, I just really appreciate, like, a level of effort from somebody.
Action
and action. Like, if I don't know. Like, if you, like, showed up to my house and you were like, I don't even know an example. If you were like, I know you're cooking for me, so I brought the wine. I'd be like,
right.
Oh my God. Like, that's like, I don't want to make it seem like gifts are a thing, because it's not gifts. It's more so just like a level of effort and like thinking about like how I would feel and vice versa. Like, I really appreciate and when somebody like thinks about how I would like feel or like how I would react to a certain act. And like I would feel so special or like seen. To be loved is to be seen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think I've just been going through this like, I would say month or two of just like, oh, I just can't fucking do it. Like, I just wake up and I'm like,
and I've noticed.
Yeah.
Because I see you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And, but, like, little things like that where you, like, cook or you, like, you don't get, like, girl, that is just a weight, like, lifted off of me. And so I appreciate that. And y'all, like, if you have people in your life that do shit like that, it's not even about, like, what can this person do for me vibe. No. It's genuinely just, like, if they notice that you're struggling or they notice that you're like, they will show up to the play, to bat.
Exactly. I was kind of talking about that this week. I feel like when you like love somebody or something, like, it's not that they want like they don't want everything from you.
No.
You know what I mean? But like I brought Sierra up as an example. Like, I see Sierra twice a week. I see you twice a week maybe. Yeah. But I never think in the back of my head that like, how do I say this? I never think of the back of my head like, this person's not taking or like not making time for me.
Yeah.
I never think that.
Yeah.
Because you guys show me a level of effort and a level of like love and like respect and like care that like I don't really need to see you every day. Yeah. You know what I mean? I would love to, but like I just like it's not really a requirement. Yeah. You know, I can see you the 2 times that I see you, and it can be filled with so much love and like empathy and care for each other and seeing each other as you are as humans, and I feel seen. You know?
I do too.
I love my friends.
I do too.
And I'm so excited, like, with that mindset, like, going into my 26th birthday. I'm planning it right now.
Work, girl.
I know, I'm so excited.
I'm really excited.
It's small this year. It's smaller. It's smaller than it's ever been. But, like, I just am, I, like, only invited, like, 5 people. Yeah. And they're all people that I genuinely, again, going back to it, like, I see twice a week, and, like, I just, like, I'm going to, like, spend, like, all day with, like, some of my favorite people.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the best day ever.
I'm so excited, girl.
It's going to be a party.
Girl, I'm about to go into work tomorrow because I still have to get it off. I'm about to go
it's on a Monday this year. August 12th, everybody mark your calendars.
I'm so excited. But I'm going to have to go in there tomorrow and, like, PowerPoint presentation. Like, bitch, y'all don't know. I need this day off, like, for real. And if they don't give it to me, then I'll just be like, hey, like, I'm really sick. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Because it's really something serious.
I'm really excited. We're going to go to a waterfall. And then we're going to go to Applebee's or Chili's. Maybe Chili's.
Girl, Chili's.
I just wanted so unserious. Like, I'm like last year I had like a fucking rager. It was so fun. This year I just need so badly to like drive in a car with my friends, Spotify jam, windows down, Sierra smoking weed, and I'm just like vibed the fuck out, like in the car. Like I'm just like calm down the window, like driving to the waterfall. Like, girl, I just like, you know. So I'm very excited for my 26th
I'm
birthday.
excited too.
What are you gonna get me? I'm just kidding. You don't have to give me anything. I actually really don't want anything this year.
I know what I'm gonna get you, but it's not gonna be anything crazy. But I know there's something that I've been meaning to get you, and I like I'm gonna
joking.
Get it. So, no, I know you are, but
Sierra was like, "Do you want like a Balenciaga city bag?" I was like,
Well, yes.
I was like, no, I really don't need anything though. See, but like, here's the Pinterest photo of the one that I want.
I was gonna say, you're like, no, and then 2 hours later, you send a color. Like,
I need a cute work bag.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, what's your tack of the week, girl?
My tack of the week is the hill at Livonia, and then my positive tack of the week is that I feel like I'm turning a new leaf. Actually, finally. I'm like feeling very better. I'm just like feeling good.
Girl?
Feeling good. Kind of stressed at work, but feeling good.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What's yours?
My tack is I got a raise, which is nice. I finally got a raise. You know, wasn't the best raise, but it was a raise. I got a raise, girl.
You got a raise.
I'm happy about my little raise.
Yeah.
And
small wins in this world, okay?
Yeah.
That's all that we can hope for.
Yeah, and I don't really have a negative tack. I don't think anything like truly bad has happened to me.
Yeah, this last 2 weeks really has. It's
just been like, eh.
It's like the last little bit of summer. It's just like,
yeah. Which I'm happy that there hasn't been anything crazy.
Yeah. You know, Sierra today was saying that, which, okay, this is another thing. She came into my work today to spend lunch with me.
Oh.
I was like, that is like, I just.
That is so cute.
It's just like, without asking. It's just.
Yeah.
I like, just, that's all that I need.
I love Sierra.
I love her so much. But anyways, what's it called? Sierra was saying that summer like wasn't really like the best summer it's ever been. Like it wasn't 2016 summer, like whatever.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, girl, we get it, but like whatever.
But nothing ever will be.
Nothing ever will be. But the summer wasn't like that fun for me personally. And so we actually think it's gonna be like a fall girl summer or fall girl fall. like fall is just gonna be like the vibe this year. Like it's gonna be like
fall girl fall. Yes.
It's just gonna be like a really. I think, and I have a good feeling about it too. Like, I don't know.
I can see that.
I can feel like August. It's August. What's today? It's August 1st.
Yeah.
And I feel already August is gonna be good. Smooth sailing.
I agree.
September, so cute. Then it'll be fall. Like September, it's fall. Like at the end, and then I feel like this fall is gonna be really cute.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's
I
your
hope
birthday.
it is. Well, yeah, it is gonna be my birthday.
Girl, good luck with 25. That shit was hell. I'm just joking.
Girl.
Did a lot of thinking.
Girl, well, I'm already such a fucking prophesist in fucking 24. Like, I do not want to be thinking even more. But I do, like, I don't know. I'm excited for 25. 25 to me is way cuter than 24.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm excited to be 30, but we can
I have that on my list.
I know.
Turning 30.
I know. I really am excited.
I can't wait to turn 30.
It's just going to be so fierce.
I know.
I feel like at 32, it's like, you're just doing your own thing.
Right?
And, like, nobody can judge you because, like, you're 30.
Yeah. You're just like, fuck it, I'm 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm excited to see the memes that people start to make about Gen Z, like how we make fun of millennials.
Yeah.
Like, what are the younger girlies going to say about us?
Generation Alpha.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What are they going to drag us about?
They have a cunt name, but I'm scared of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because they already have it so figured out. They're probably going to, like... There's probably shit we do that we don't even know, and they're just gonna like get us together. I'm excited.
What's your song of the week?
My song of the week.
Because we're going to a movie. We gotta go
to a movie, and we gotta go, and I'm really excited about it.
I'm really excited. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, AMC's giving me a free popcorn and a free drink for my birthday month, and we're gonna.
Birthday, bitch! We're about to chow down.
We're about to.
We have to separate our popcorn because I love so much butter on my popcorn.
I was actually gonna say that. Because each time he does it, I'm like, he's like, want some? I'm like, It's like drenched.
Girl, my popcorn is sopping wet. So fucking good, girl.
We're definitely going to get a try for you.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
So there's one song, it's called 40-40 by Vetta Bourne. And it's like, I don't know, it's very like Aisha erotica, like club vibe. But then I also just rediscovered What You Think About That by Pussycat Dolls. And I love it. I was streaming it all day yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Very,
yeah,
like,
you actually did show it to me today.
Yeah, it's really good. What about you, Adives?
My song of the week is Cherry Flavored by The Neighborhood. I can't get it out of my head. I've just been like,
it's good,
humming it all the time. I've been loving Casino by Ryan Beatty. And I've also been loving... I've been loving Alive by Alex TBH. And... it's a bad song. Like, I just want to preface with the fact that, like, it's actually so, like, 2015, 2016, like, SoundCloud vibe.
Oh, okay.
But, like, the lyric, you guys know I'm a lyrics girl.
Yes.
The lyrics have been, like, it's kind of, like, in the last, like, I guess, like, week and a half. It's kind of like how I felt, like, going to dinner with my, like, ex.
Like Resonation Station.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Give it a listen.
I'm gonna have to give it a listen.
Let me know what you think. Again, it's kind of bad, but I really love the lyricism.
Okay, we'll listen to it for the words. Maybe I'll just read it on Google. I'll read the lyrics.
Yeah. But I love you guys so much.
Love you.
And we're feeling happy.
Yes, we're feeling good, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao.